Hello, we are with module 12 today, and I welcome you to Kannada speaking classes hosted by kannada.y.okkoota. And module 12 will help you out in learning requesting terms or requesting phrases which you'll be requiring to ask anything or requesting anything in your day-to-day activities. So as I continue, a few points to remember. They are, if you want to tell or use please, it's ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು in Kannada, it is ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು, and possible is ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So for example, possible is ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and when you are asking is it possible, you end it with ಆಗುತ್ತಾ. That means you are adding a here, here. Okay, so just get to it. So for example, will you give is ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯಾ or ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. Ra is for elders, Ra is for your age. Will you write is ಬರಿತೀಯಾ. Will you walk is ನಡಿತೀಯಾ. So you can observe all these phrases are similar as I told you in verbs. The only thing changes is these phrases. So when you asking anything, will you give, will you write, or will you walk, you'll be just using the verbs, half of the verbs, and you'll be ending the word with ya or ra. So another set of example is can you give, can you write. So here the same thing applies, but the end is agutta. Everywhere it ends with agutta. So for can you write, it's bariyakagutta. For can you walk is nadiyakagutta. Can you read is odakagutta. Can you go hogakagutta. Can you do is madakagutta. And can you come is barakagutta. So basically you're asking, is it possible to give from your side in this example. So you are using agutte directly here. Fine, is it possible or not? So moving on, will you give also holds good for telling you will give, but the tone in which you tell has to be different. So there is no difference between will you and you will in terms of grammar only, but the tone in which you tell defines everything, and the meaning is also depends, as I told you earlier. So be cautious. There are some changes. See, will you give is ನೀನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯಾ. You will give is ನೀನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯಾ. Both are same, but will you give is a questioning or asking something. You will give is affirmative. So when you are approaching a friend and asking him a book, will you give is ನೀನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀಯಾ. You are asking a question, and when you are close enough to your friend, you will be not asking him, will be just stating that you are going to give. That's it. So that is Nino Kortiya. So moving on, I have certain set of examples again. As I told you, please can you give your book. Please is ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. Can you give is ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ. Okay, and your book is book. Can you is you. And I have not used here your because you can use, but your is ninna. Even if I don't use ninna, the meaning doesn't change, but if you can use. And the next example, will you come with me. With me is nanna jote. Will you come is bartiya, ninu bartiya. Fine. The next example, can you go is ನೀನು ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯಾ or ನೀನು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ. You can use it. Fine. Please help me. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡು. Please is ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು. Help me is help is ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡು. Me I have not used here. Okay, I have just used the term help. Please run is ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಓಡು. Can you go to Bengaluru? ನೀನು you is Neenu. To Bengaluru is Bengalurige. Can you go is Hogakagatta. And here I have used ya for in terms of can. Basically, in terms of grammar, it is false, but in common language, you tend to use each and everything. I mean, the people try to understand your language as you try to slowly build up your skills. So, can you go to Hyderabad? So, Neenu is you. To Hyderabad is Hyderabad ge. Can you go is Hogakagatta. The same way, will you go to Gorakhpur? Neenu Gorakhpur ge Hogtiya. We need some backup words that I have not told you in the previous modules. Today is Ivattu in Kannada. Tomorrow is Nale. Yesterday is Nenne or Ninne. Some people use Ninne and some people use Nenne. And daily is Dinalu. Later is Amele. Now is Iga or Ivaga. Then is Aga or Avaga. Always is Yavaglo. And yes is Haudu. No is Allah or Illa. It depends on the context when you're using Allah and even or Illa. So for example, if you are seeing a bowl and there is no water, so if there is no water, you tell that Niru Illa. Niru means water, Illa means no water if it is empty. And if you go to a person and if he is not the person you wanted, suppose the required person was Rajesh. If you go to a person and if you find that he is not Rajesh, you will tell Rajesh Allah. He is not Rajesh. So Allah is basically not. And right is Sari, wrong is Tappu, and place is Jaga. Thank you. So we are done with module 12. Kindly practice with communicating with people. So the next would be module 13. We wish you all the best in learning the language. Do subscribe the videos and the channel, and thank you once again.